Welcome to Nano Podcast. This is a family podcast where we discuss everyday family issues. Please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast.
In today's podcast, we are going to look into the difference between single parents and family with both parents. The struggles, the way of life, the way you can the way they go out, you know what I mean? Daily lives, the difference. That's I believe that this topic, many people they might have different views, right? Based on the experiences they have. Many families they grow with both parents present. Many families they grow under a single parent. Either mother was the single parent or their father was a single parent. You understand? So they have experiences, and their experiences and the way of life will differ. And I think that can affect the views and how they see life differently.
Yeah, and there was a time in the past when the family structure was dominated by married couples. And those days, marriage had a significant pride attached to it. And while single parents were seen as a bad omen, most women brag of their marriage. And as years go by, the importance attached to marriage starts diminishing. And many are avoiding getting married due to the fear of divorce, and some are marrying late, and they prefer to live together as partners to a married couple, especially in the 21st century. Because of the lack of trust and respect for the union of marriage, many children are being born and raised by single parents, and most times out of wedlock.
Yeah, but when you talk about family unit or structure, don't forget that children are living with stepfathers. Some are living with both parents, or some are living with their biological parents as well. You understand? So those living with single parents are there as well. You understand? Their experiences will surely differ, like I said earlier. Also, you shouldn't forget that the belief and values attached to the coupled or married couple will also differ geographically.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what I mean?
No, I
Geographically, yeah, it's going to differ. What I meant is that some parts of the world still attach a lot of value, attach a lot of significance, right, in the union of marriage. Compared to the Western world, where the value has been diminished, like you said earlier. You understand? So a child raised by single parents will have a different experience compared to a child raised by both parents.
Yeah, but I think the most important thing for a child is to be raised with love and a lot of respect.
Yeah, they need to be raised, but yeah, that's the most important thing. If the child living in the environment where there's love, right? And they grow, whether it's with a single parent or with both parents, they have that love, they have that respect. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? It will make an impact to the child's life. Understand? But so looking at it that way, what are the things that separate single parents from family with both parents?
Well, one of them is time. And this is going to be very important for the following ones that are going to come up after this. Time. I think time is the most important thing every human being demands. And when you don't have enough time to do things that you want to, it brings frustration, and it can easily lead to stress. In a single parent home, there's less time for household chores in addition to working to earn a living and raising a child at the same time. In this sense, the single parent is committed to working and raising children, while in the household of both parents, they can spread the time between them to make out time for other activities.
Yes, but most people might understand that some even both parents, and in the family that have both parents, understand? Mm-hmm. Like you said, they might share the time together. Yeah. Make out time for themselves. Sometimes even they ask them, those families, they might say to themselves that they don't have that time as well. You understand? Compared to the single parent, it's hard for them to even get that time, because when they juggle raising the child as well and working, it's is that it's quite difficult. You get me? They don't have that time, and it's affecting their daily lives, especially some of them that still have younger children. You get me? To raise a younger child and being a paid job is quite difficult. There's no that time. That's the time they're looking for. You can see most of them rushing every time because they're running from work to get the kids. Do you understand? Going from dropping the kids and rushing to work as well. So it's quite difficult, and that's why it makes you decide. You see, some of them they decide, okay, there's no need. They have to make out time. For me to make out time, I might go to part-time work, right? Some might even decide not to work at all, just to focus on raising their children. Understand? Yeah, time I think is very, very important, and that is affecting both single parent and even families that have both parents in there. The only difference, like you said as well, when they have both parents, they might decide, okay, they cannot share the time together. Maybe this one going to have to go and drop the children at school in the morning while the other one will go to work. Do you understand? Or might decide, okay, I'm going to work at night, you're going to work in the day, in order for them to like shovel and make out time for whatever what they want to do. You understand? It's difficult while the single parent cannot have they don't have that choice.
Yeah, they don't.
It's only them that have to do it. Yeah.
And the second one of those examples is income. The life of a single parent it's not that easy, especially when it comes to raising a child alone and working to earn a living. Most times there's not much time to earn enough money because the parent has to take care of the child, and they would usually take a part-time job because it takes less time so they can focus on their child. And since they won't be getting that much pay, they won't be spending their money on normal household housework that both parents would do, because a single parent is working by themselves, and single parents sometimes some people say they have a lower education level, and it can depend on social welfare. So when compared to both parents, it's much harder for them.
Yeah, like you said earlier, because of the time, they don't have that much time, right? You see that you said as well, sometimes they decide to go to part-time. And when you go part-time, you're going to get less money. Do you understand what I mean? And it's affecting their income. Understand? And if some of them, you have to understand something, that most single parents, they are not single based on, how will I say, is based on circumstances sometimes. Some might be married, or they have a partner. Along the line, the partner left them, do you understand? Want to leave, or they separated, or sometimes they lose their partner for death or something. Do you understand what I mean? The partner died or something. Because of that, they become single. I get what I'm saying? So all those things affected their lives as well. There are some single parents already, before even they get married, they already have all the education. Like you said, some of them, they don't have much educational levels, but there are some of them that already had made it already. They already they got all the qualifications, everything they have a good job already. Because of divorce, now they become single. It's still going to affect them because the children they have, do you understand what I mean? Juggling work and everything, it's affecting them. It's still going to affect their income. The money they get, right? Yeah. So those kind of things, that is the situation. That's what happened. Compared to where both parents are, you have both parents. Maybe we already said earlier before, one might decide not to go to work, the other one working. When one is not working, he's taking care of the kids, and the one that is working going to work full time in order to make money. That means there's money coming into the family. Do you understand what I mean? Or if both of them still want to work, they will have more money coming to the family compared to the single parent. You get what I'm saying? Does not mean that some single parents, like I said to you earlier, there are some of them that earn a lot of money because they're already established before they become single. So they already worked out. Yeah, they can afford more time as well for themselves, something like that. Those are the differences. Those are the things that are happening
Yeah.
in the
Another
family.
example is parenting. And these are that there are assumptions that children raised by single parents fare poorly in life. But that isn't true. Though it's hard to raise a child alone, many children have grown to be they've grown to become exceptional adults and respected individuals in society. While some children raised by both parents, they sometimes they disappoint their parents, and it could bring shame to their parents as well. And I think it depends on the parents' lifestyle and their way of life.
Yeah, when it comes to the parenting aspect of it, understand? So the parents, it depends on. You said it already. It depends on the parents' way of life. Their priorities. What are they aiming to get? What are they aiming in life for? Do you understand what I mean? When they have children and their children, they make the children their priorities. And two, that we said at the beginning that there is love, there's respect in the family. They're raising the children right. Do you understand? You find out that sometimes those children, they grow to become something in the society. Do you understand? But in a family where it doesn't matter if it's single parent or both parents are present, and in that family there's no unity, there's no togetherness. Both of them, they don't, you know what I mean by there's division in the family already. This one is doing their own thing, the other one is doing their own thing. You find out that yes, the children, they have both parents, but it's better that they don't have both parents. It's better that they live in a single home of someone that is determined to raise a child. Do you understand what I mean? So along the line, if I find that a single parent that have, even if it's 2 children or 1, 3 or 4, is determined to raise the children right, we'll see that the children are going to grow to become respected people in the society. Unlike when you have 2 parents present, at the end of the day, both of them, they don't see eye to eye. They are not united to move forward. Do you understand what I mean? You find out it doesn't work properly. Do you get me? So whether the parents present or not, I think is the value that is present in the family and the way of life. That's the most important thing that determines how the children are going to fare in life. So that assumption that children raised in a single parent home, they fare poorly in life, I don't think is right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and another example is childcare. Many single parents may contemplate between spending a significant portion of their income on childcare, finding cheaper but potentially lower care options, and or leaving the workforce altogether to become full-time carers. So the cost of childcare has made it impossible for some single parents to have a full-time job. That's why they opt for part-time jobs to save time and some money. Some prefer to quit the workforce altogether due to the high cost of childcare, that they depend on social welfare, which can lead to poverty and money worries. On the other hand, a family of both parents will have the choice of one parent staying home and one kid taking care of work.
Yeah, I think all of these are related. You know, you said the number one was time. I get what I'm saying. The second one was the income. Now, think about child care. Do you understand? So, in order for you to earn more money and raise the children at the same time, right? And also, you need time altogether. Are you getting me? You have to get away of some. You can't get all of them at the same time. When you talk about a single parent, in order for the single parent to be in a paid job full time, she has to pay for what? The child care. If the single parent doesn't have extended families, right, to take care of the children, she has to pay child care. So the money to pay for child care is not cheap. That's where a lot of families are struggling a lot. Child care. Do you understand? That's a lot of money to pay for childcare. So when at the end of the month, the money they will get, maybe they got their wages and everything, the money they paid for that childcare, when they compare the money that was they're gonna leave or the money they're gonna want, like that is left for them, they will say they will make a decision. Okay, there's no need paying all this money for childcare. I think it's better for me to stay home and take care of my kids, or I think it's better for me to go part time in order for me to like more have time to take care of the children. You understand? Those are the things you said already. Compared to families with both parents, it's all related. They might decide, okay, the mother is going to stay home or the dad is going to stay home. It depends on who is earning more money. I get what I'm saying. So in these days now, you can see that some women, they earn more money more than their main counterpart, and the man can stay. Okay, I'm going to stay home to take care of the children. You understand? The mother is going to be going home because she's the one earning more money. They getting more money because she already the income aspect you said before. You understand? The more money. Understand me? So they can afford for childcare, or both of them can say, okay, no worries, we're working, you earning, I'm earning, we can pay for childcare because they can afford it. Do you understand what I mean? Why a single parent is hard for them to do that. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Or less, maybe some of them, like we said earlier as well, they have good job that they can afford the childcare. It's easy for them. Understand? But most single parents, they struggle a lot because of childcare.
Yeah, they do. And the last example for this is social life. And when it comes to social life, some might say that loneliness is the challenge single parents face. And who to take care of their child and tightness of money it makes it difficult for some of them to have a balanced social lifestyle. Unlike family with both parents, unless you have a good extended family that can help in looking after your child, especially when the children are still young, it's quite hard to juggle a social life and young children, and it's very stressful.
We said all those, you left this one at the end, isn't it? Social life, because for you to have time, for you to earn money, their income, and then social care, do you understand? Then to become a good parent as well at the same time. All of these things that you need for you, that for you to have a social life. Do you get me? It's difficult because as a single parent, it's very, very difficult. Having a social life, who are you going to leave the child for?
Yeah.
They're going to leave the child with. Do you understand what I mean? Now, the same thing going to come in again, which is the childcare. And you find out that most of them, they prefer, because I said to you earlier, the value, the money you pay, most parents pay for childcare to just people to look after their children is a lot of money. Do you get me? Because it's not an easy job for someone to come look after your kids. Do I understand? So unless the single parent has extended families, maybe they have the mom, dad, or something, they can just let us take the child or the children to the mom and dad. They can leave them. Then they can have time for themselves to go out with their friends and all that. Other than that, it's very, very difficult. Unlike both parents, they might decide, okay, don't worry, you want to go out with your friends this weekend? Don't go. I'm here with the kids. Do you understand what I mean? They can divide that time. Do you get me? Because they have that choice. They have ways to do it. But it's still difficult for them as well, because social juggling the children and social life is not easy. It's not easy at all. Because of that, especially the childcare. A lot of money goes in there. Understand? So to me, I don't think all of this really matters much. It do, but whether a child is raised by a single parent or a child is in a family where they have both parents present, you said earlier that the most important thing
love them and respect.
Just let them be in an environment where they are loved and respected. You understand? And when the their children well-being should be the paramount. The way for the parents to raise those kids in the right way. Do you understand what I mean? Those are the things that they have to consider first. Understand? But all of these things, what we said now, is the differences that you see in everyday life of a single parent and family that have both parents and all that. Every one of them, they pass through this every day. They juggle all of this just in order for them to raise children. Understand what I mean? So the bottom line is for those children to be in an environment where they're being loved and raised and taken care of. Social life, emotional well-being is taken care of. I think the parents should know that there's no one out there that is a better parent. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
No one is out there that is a better parent. Some people might be raising their kids with guilt. They're feeling betrayed. They're feeling that they're not better, they're not good parents or something. No, it shouldn't be like that. But whether you're a single parent or whatever. Do you understand what I mean? The most important thing is just like to make sure that the children are taken care of. And we shouldn't forget that children, they know when the parents make them a priority in their life. Do you understand what I mean? So I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Thank you for staying with us till the end. And don't forget that family is everything.
Don't forget that family is everything. Thank you.
Thank you.